Hello everyone, KB2 Enjoyer here and welcome back to a new Sprocket episode. So today, I made the YT7. After making the YT6, which you should check out the episode, it was a light tank and it looked quite nice. After that, I decided to make the YT7 finally, and I was inspired by the T-28, which is a medium tank which looks like a land fortress, and that's what I was trying to make today. The YT7 was inspired by the T-28, and in fact I wanted to make this tank kinda not overpowered but strong enough to almost destroy anything. So the main idea was to actually add not just one turret but two of them. The biggest one, so the main turret, was the one on the top, and the second turret, the smallest one, had to stay at the front right under the main gun. And to do so, I had to give enough space to the tank to place both turrets, so this tank had to be longer than usual, and the chassis was looking nice. So I didn't give much details, I didn't really care about details for the chassis, because anyways I had to place the turrets, and the turrets actually were the ones that I had to mostly take care of. Because the biggest turret had to have the main weapon, and the main weapon, I had this idea of making the main weapon a sort of mortar, or at least a cannon with a huge caliber. So in this case, the caliber of the cannon was 150 millimeters, which is great enough. It is strong enough to destroy almost everything. And the second turret, so the smallest one, had to be a turret with a smaller gun, of course, mainly for light vehicles and infantry. But since there is no infantry in Sprocket, it doesn't really matter, but it's fine. So the biggest gun, of course, had to be balanced, because I wanted to have a short barrel for the main gun, and for the smallest one I kinda did not know how the caliber had to be effective, because if the caliber of the second cannon was too small, it would not be effective, and vice versa. So I made the guns, the cannons, etc., and I immediately started working on the decorations. I didn't really have to do much at the front of the tank, because the space was occupied by the second turret, and I think that the main place where I had to really think of how decorating was the back of the tank. In fact, I still think that maybe the main turret is a bit too much on the front, and maybe if I placed it a bit on the back it would look nicer, but I tried to use the back, the rear of the chassis to decorate. So I tried to really do more than I usually do, so to decorate the engine, etc. But then I had this idea, so I was decorating, of course, the engine, etc. And I had this idea, since there was so much space at the back, and the main turret was too much at the front of the tank, maybe I could use that backspace to put a new turret. And I did, in fact. So I had to replace the vents of the engine, and so I placed even the turret after, but I didn't know exactly if what kind of turret to put. So instead of just working on a new turret, I just placed an anti-infantry turret, which is a decoration which I cannot use, but maybe in the next tanks, which maybe will look like this one, the YT7, maybe in the YT8 or YT9 or YT10, maybe I could even work something out to make a sort of like vehicle, a multi-turreted vehicle with many turrets. And I tried even to fix the engine, because of course I tried to make it look to make it look realistic, so the movement had to be fair for this tank, because if the engine was too powerful, then this vehicle would be overpowered because of the two turrets and the cannon. But actually I had to fix the engine to make this tank faster, because the average speed at the beginning was about 14-15 kilometers per hour, and after fixing the engine at the end, it was about 20-23 kilometers per hour, which was way better. It is not still fast, but for this kind of tank, which in this case it is a medium tank, for this period of time, to interwar, I think that the speed doesn't really matter. Mostly what matters is that it looks realistic and that it is balanced. So I think I did a quite good job. After modifying the tank, the armor, I of course finished my decorations, so I put a livery. Didn't really care about which livery to put, so I kind of tried something out, and then of course I modified just the guns to make sure that everything was working properly, because I wanted the main gun mostly to move quickly enough, because since the gun has a big caliber, it gets slower to move it. So everything was done, the tank was ready, and I realized that this tank, the YT7, was not actually that great. I mean, it is powerful, it has a powerful cannon, but against itself, because I tried to fight myself, kinda another YT7, just to see if I was strong enough to destroy another YT7. But I don't know if it is maybe the AI of the enemy tank that knows exactly my weak spot, or if it was just me trying to aim. But I felt like the YT7, the main struggle of the YT7 is probably aiming the cannon, which is something completely new, differently from other tanks I made. But the cannon was not, at least, yeah, the cannon and probably even the turret. I did not fix it though, because I only tried to fight the YT7, so maybe that's why. Maybe with another tank like the YT6 or YT5 or any other tanks, maybe the YT7 would be too much powerful, too much overpowered. So I tried just to fix some little thing, and everything was working properly. The tank, actually I really like the tank, maybe not really the design, but I like the idea behind it, like the multi-turreted tank, huge gun, and it worked fine. So this is basically everything about the YT7. There's not really anything else to say. The tank is a medium tank with 3 turrets, 2 of them are functional, and the tank is inspired by the T-28. And yes, that's it. I really hope you like this design, and I will definitely try to make even better designs. I have a lot of new ideas for the YT8 and the YT9, and we are close enough to halfway through the interwar period, so yes. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, destroy those buttons so you can help me out, and I wish you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. KB2, enjoy your out. Bye.